And Sahil, talking about 2024, President Biden's going to have to be pushing his agenda and what he got done. We saw Congress this week pass a government funding bill, but we also don't see Build Back Better. We see a deconstructed version of it. What's your reporting tell you about the president's agenda and sort of how things are going forward?
Well, firstly, I think the last 2 weeks, the sleeper story of the last 2 weeks in Washington has been that Build Back Better still has some life in it, just in a different form. Don't use the name. The White House has decided to completely rebrand it.
We're done with the name.
Done with the name, done with the, highlighting the price tag and the massive transformational stuff. They're rebranding it solely for an audience of one, Senator Joe Manchin, who opposed the House-passed version and effectively killed the previous bill. And I've spoken to Senator Manchin a bunch of times, and he's become more specific about what he's willing to support. And it turns out there's a lot of it that he's willing to support. The major hundreds of billions of dollars in tax increases on corporations and upper earners, even more than what the House passed, he's willing to support. Hundreds of billions of dollars in savings for prescription drugs, which Democrats would love to tout as a counter-inflationary measure. And he says, here's the catch. He wants to use about half of it to fight inflation and the deficit. The other half, he says, use it on anything the Democrats want that he can support, which is a lot. Clean energy, climate change, health care. The problem is Democrats are going to have to make some very difficult sacrifices on things like the child tax credit, universal pre-K, a bunch of other provisions, paid leave, that they have many Democrats strongly support. But this thing does have life, and it looks like the White House and Democratic leaders have finally started turning the gears to get this done in a way that he can support.